I'm Sid, owner of Vicieux Clothing. Also some people call it Vicious, same meaning, same thing.
All right. So tell everybody where you from.
New Orleans, 7 Ward.
So how did you actually come up with that name? Because everybody say the name wrong.
Everybody say it wrong, right? So my name Sid. A lot of people, from when I was young, called me Sid Vicious, and so that was always like my social media handle on everything. And basically, I couldn't put Sid Vicious because Sid Vicious was always taken, so I spelled it in French. But at the same time, it rhymed with my last name. My last name is Rillieux, also French, Rilleux. Same thing, like I said, it rhymed with Vicieux, and the spell pretty much the same. So when it was time for me to start a clothing line, I was just thinking the things, that would be unique and, wouldn't just strictly, seem like just street I could take it and do whatever I want with it, and I just ran with this.
Gotcha. So having one clothing line like right now for so many years now, like what do you think is like what do you think was your hardest task?
My hardest task? My hardest task, I ain't gonna lie, starting off I was like real unprofessional. It was a lot that I wasn't doing business wise. Like, I was just treating it like a hustle. So it took me a while to break those habits, but I'm good now. I done got that in order, and when I straightened up and started running it as an actual business, a legitimate business, a lot of, things started happening for me and for the brand. So, definitely.
So let's take it back. So when did you realize you was gonna actually become an entrepreneur?
So it's crazy because before my brand, way back, when Larry had Chump Change, I used to help him with that, somewhat. And it was me, Larry, and a few other people. We started another brand together called Viva Rich, which means live rich. But we all were just in different places in our lives at the time. It was like 2013, and it just didn't kick off, how we were supposed to. So fast forward to 2015, when Kanye said he was running for president, I made the Easy for President t-shirts. And that's when I was treating it like a hustle. I made that as a joke, just, Kanye said he was running for president. We knew he wasn't gonna win, but fuck, let's campaign for it, So that's what I was doing. I just made some t-shirts, but my first drop, it was only 40 t-shirts. And when I posted, they sold out instantly, like within that day. So I was like, all right, I could, keep doing it. So I kept, just reordering those shirts. I ran it until I couldn't run it no more. But at the same time, I just felt like, all right, if y'all, buying this t-shirt from me and it's not taking no real thought, no real creativity, it just was something I was playing with. Like I could actually, put forth an effort into this because, when I get dressed, I like to look good. I like to, get fly. So like, I could actually create some fly shit, for a brand and, make it happen. So I started doing that and, now I'm here.
So like actually, what year was this when you first started?
So taking
it serious,
the Easy for President was like 2015, 2016. I want to say 2017 is when I actually started branding Vicieux. Well, it was late 2016 actually. That was my first Vicieux t-shirt and my first hoodie. So yeah, late 2016. And that's when I started taking it serious because I was even that early on. I was able to get it into certain celebrities' hands, and I just saw how they reacted to it, and I was like, this is something that I feel like can be worldwide, if given a platform, if I push it, the right way. So that's when I started taking it serious.
Right. Like personally myself, I'm like the first celebrity that I actually saw you actually wear it and like made a big impact was 21 Savage. And went on like Drake. I'm like giving him a call, yeah.
That was the craziest. That was the craziest. That was one of the craziest pictures actually. I think Young Thug and Fab and Migos wore it before him, but 21 Savage wore it at the perfect time. You know, that was when everybody was saying Drake gave him that cut and he had the t-shirt on. So, yeah, that was crazy.
And like, I would have knew that was your t-shirt, but I'm like, dang.
Right.
I'm like, how the hell say Met 21 Savage?
At a concert down here. I think it was at
Holland Wolf?
It was at the Holland Wolf, yeah.
Okay.
That's where it was at.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So like fast forward and so now you know you making, you know, with your jackets, different things like this, and you just made one on a customized jacket for Ludacris, right?
For Ludacris, yup. I just did a whole leather outfit actually, trouser and trucker jacket for him.
And so how that come about?
Kenny Burns. So I linked with
And
Kenny
the lifestyle specialist, give him a shout out.
Yeah, he definitely he look out for me. I'm not even gonna lie. Me and him linked, and you know he definitely like throwing all kind of alley-oops my way. But yeah, Ludacris was looking for some custom, you know, clothes for his for when he performed and stuff like that, strictly just for when he performed. And Kenny Burns was like, man, look, I got a guy in New Orleans who, you know, this up his alley, this what he do. And you know, Kenny Burns called me, he told me what was going on. And he was like, Ludacris probably gonna be giving you a call within the next couple of days. Ludacris called me later that day. And he told me what he was looking for. So I was like, you know, I told him I had him, sent him a design, maybe a few days later, and that was that.
And so did he call you actually, personally?
Personally.
And like, how did you feel like, man, I'm on the phone with Ludacris?
It felt, it definitely was a weird feeling just to know I'm on the phone with Ludacris. You know, his voice so distinctive, so, you know, it was crazy. It really was, you know.
Yeah, because I actually met fashion designers, so, you know, it'd be like the first time they actually dealt with one celebrity, they were just over talking to stuff and giving shit away because they were so excited talking to the celebrity. So how did you feel?
The thing with that, actually, I guess because Kenny Burns already put me on game about what was going on. You know, I didn't oversell myself or overtalk myself. And, you know, I kind of been in this predicament before, you know, before Ludacris with Anuel. You know, I've been doing a lot of stuff with the Spanish rapper Anuel. So it's like now I'm used to it. So when that opportunity came across with Ludacris, I was prepared for it.
Tell the world, what's the average day like for you?
Average day? Now, I mean, right now it's just getting a little more hectic because I don't know if y'all saw, but like I've been teasing a little bit the BRNS lifestyle collection, Kenny Burns clothing line, but I designed that his whole summer drop that's about to drop next week. So I've been dealing with that a lot lately. Still designing for myself. I got a couple more pieces that I did for Ludacris up and coming, and I got some more stuff. I did a whole Anuel's on a world tour right now, and I did 10 outfits for him for that world tour. So right now, it's like I said, it's getting a little more hectic because I'm not just designing for myself no more. You know, I'm doing this for other brands and other artists now. So, yes.
So do you feel like soon you're gonna have to hire your one on the staff?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna need an assistant.
So, being a fashion designer, tell us what do you enjoy most about it, and tell us what you actually hate about it.
I don't really hate nothing about it. I had a lot of wins and losses, you know, throughout the years, and I learned from my mistakes. So, you know, but you need those mistakes, you know, to learn from. So I don't hate nothing about it. What I love about it the most is the fact that I could step outside my shoes and, you know, I could design for other brands as well as myself, you know. Me personally, you know, I treat myself as a real creative director, you know, and I just, you know, always think in my head, you know, it might be a little far-fetched, but, you know, if these high-end brands, you know, came down here looking for a creative director, somebody to run their brand, you know, that's something you got to be prepared for. So, you know, I could design for Vicieux, but I could step outside my shoes and I could create for another brand as well. Like I said, with BRNS Lifestyle, I just did a whole summer collection for them, and I'm working on a winter collection now. And outside of that,
you did good.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I did one piece for Ludacris. We're working on another piece right now. I done did Anuel. He on this tour right now. I done did 10 outfits for his world tour. You know, I think he might have one on tonight actually, on for the Europe side of the tour. But yeah, I've been busy, and you know that, like I said, that's what I love about it the most. You know, I could really design for other people as well.
Gotcha. So, New Orleans right now is on fire with like all the fashion designers are. The main fashion designers in New Orleans right now. Right. So I want to hear what's your opinion on it.
Nah, we I mean, New Orleans as a whole, everybody doing good right now. And honestly, like, this is something that it is good to see, because you know, with all the crime that's been going on right now, I mean, right now in the past, you know, New Orleans is toe up, and we've been like that for a while. But to see, you know, everybody supporting each other and supporting all the different local brands, musically, everything, like, you know, I think we building a strong support system as a whole.
Funny, but speaking on the crime, though, one time I seen one crime and nigga had one of the local designers on. I said, this is kind of crazy. That's crazy. Right? I said, shooting with a ski mask on with a man designer on top. Right. it's like, dang, man. It's like, are we that messed up?
Yeah, we are.
I got you. So, like, what's your advice to when young fashion designers just think about getting in the game? Like, I want you to like give them advice on the good, bad, and the ugly.
Man, if this is what you want to do, take it serious, for real, because you know, I came a long way from where I started, and I'm not gonna lie, when I did start, I wasn't taking it serious, and I feel like if I was, you know, I could have been a whole lot further than where I'm at now. But definitely take it serious, take your craft serious, take the time out to study other designers as well. You know, study what's going on in the world. You know, you gotta be hip and know what's going on in fashion, you know, to keep your brand up to par as well. So yeah, take it serious. Do your homework. One pet peeve of mine is when people ask me, like, other local designers, you know, and there's no shade, but some people who, you know, they just starting, and you know, they come to you and be like, oh, where you got this made? Where you got this printed? And it's like, if I give you all the keys I know, first off, it took me years to, you know, get to where I'm at. So for me to just get this to you like this, you know, for free of charge, like, it's like, come on now. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind doing it if I knew you was taking it serious. Some people, they just see what you doing and, oh, I want to do something like that. And no, like, if you want to be a designer, then figure out your lane and study, like, what you need to do to, you know, get to the level you want to get at. Like, because nobody, you know, not going to just randomly give you all these keys and information, you know, just cause.
Right. We ain't live in a city that, you know, if like a few people see you winning doing something, they gonna try.
Right. And you know, like I said,
everybody want to be successful.
Right. Everybody do, but you know, I don't want you to create a brand and look like my brand either. You know, and that's what that, you know, it's a thin line. And when you separate yourself. Yeah. So, you know, that's the thing.
It'd be crazy if like you come to New Orleans and everybody brand is the same.
Right.
But ironically, like all the top 10 brands don't look alike.
And that's the good thing. Like I said, you know, New Orleans, we supporting each other, but everybody brand, like everybody in their own lane. Like none of these brands look like each other, you know. And you know, that's a good thing. Because
it's a great thing.
You know, outside of my brand, I still shop locally, you know, with other designers as well, because I don't want to wear my brand all the time. Sometimes I just feel like, oh, I want to wear something else. I might just like what somebody else doing and feel like I need that in my closet. So
yeah, I think it's really dope. Like, cause I can see a big ass fashion week coming soon for New Orleans. Like, because they have over 10 nice designers that people around the world win.
We need it. So a few years ago, actually, New Orleans Fashion Week reached out to me, and they reached out to a couple other local designers. I know it was me, M-Line, and Made in the Hood, but it's just how they went about it. It was like you could see that, you know,
it wasn't right.
Yeah, it was basically like we was last, you know, us being streetwear. They done reached out to everybody, had everything else in order, and y'all come to us the month before and, you know, trying to fit us in. So all three of us, I know we ended up, you know, not going with it, but I've been saying the whole time, like, New Orleans designers actually need to come together and do their own, streetwear fashion.
But they have a few people with them ideas.
Yeah.
The thing is, basically, like, with like New Orleans Fashion Week, it's a whole different race. So they probably look at you like, so if they came at you probably like the last minute, they probably felt like, well, we need them to actually bring more bodies in because they probably wasn't doing good.
Exactly.
So they was using y'all.
And that's probably what it was. Exactly.
But you know the game, but you promoted before.
Exactly.
You know the game.
Exactly. But that's why I said, New Orleans designers, all of these streetwear brands, we need to come together and, do our own fashion show. Like, I feel like we got the budget, between all of us.
Right.
I think we could produce, a bigger fashion show and it'd be more impactful than, what, the other fashion shows we see down here in New Orleans. So it's something that I could see in the future. It's something that I feel like we all should get together and, actually push it forward.
But the thing is, our city got this label as crabs in a bucket. So it's like, I feel like that people feel like a fashion show or like a quality fashion show or quality rap show wouldn't happen because everybody won't be the man. How do you feel about that?
I mean, everybody do want to be the man, but still, I mean, you gotta get. It's a bigger picture, It's a bigger picture. I'll go first.
I think it need a mediator.
Like,
I think it need a mediator.
Right.
It's what I actually said. Who should be the mediator, but that person needs to be actually into fashion as well.
Right.
But it needs that one neutral person, like ain't picking sides.
Right. Yeah.
Somebody like being
like, that. Right.
like if everybody got the same publicist or something, and they put it all together, like ain't pick no favorites.
Right. Exactly.
I get you. So tell us, what's next for you?
So right now I'm working on my winter collection. I take that serious every year. That's like my biggest drop of the year. Every year. So I'm working on that. And like I say, I am doing BRNS lifestyle collection right now. The winter collection, which that's going to be pretty big as well. And I mean, right now, I guess that's all I could see. I got something else in the works, but I don't want to speak too much on it. But those two things, that's up and coming, from Vicieux and from, me being a creative director outside of my brand.
Gotcha. And also, last but not least, tell everyone, what can they find you at on social media and just everywhere?
On social media, my personal page, Sid Vicieux, SIDVICIEUX, or you can follow Vicieux NO, that's strictly for the brand. All new items and everything promoted on there. You can shop my site at vicieux.co, and that's it.